Oh, hi there. So it's been a while. So I'm gonna try and resolve this rattle, which has been around for a long time and is driving me insane. And because I'm an idiot, I've still been driving it with this rattle. And I've been going round and around thinking, oh, it's the catalytic converters or a heat shield or something. And, you know, every time I get under and listen and try and find a heat shield loose or tap on the catalytic converter or listen with a stethoscope, it's just none of those, and it just always comes back to the noise coming from around the torque converter, which terrifies me. And speaking with the notorious piston broke on Jaguar forums, who's kicking ass and taking names on there at the moment, he seemed to have a similar rattle, and he said he resolved it by filling up his transmission fluid, supposing that it hadn't been refilled properly whenever the transmission was rebuilt or something. My transmission has been rebuilt, I think, because it's got a purple torque converter, so something's happened under there. So I'm hoping that's what it is, and I'm hoping there's no damage in the torque converter and it just needs more fluid, and so I'm going to do that now. So I'm up in the air. I have put the car up on ramps. Firstly, I need to get the transmission warm, and I need to start the car because the engine is cold, and I need to get the transmission shifted through the positions on the shifter to get the fluid pumped around and into the torque converter and everywhere. And then I need to go underneath, and when it's at the right temperature, I need to undo the fill bolt and hope that nothing comes out, because if nothing comes out, then that means it needs more fluid, and hopefully that's why it's rattling. If fluid does come out when it's up to temperature, then I'm done, I think. I don't know what to do. I will have to do the unthinkable and take it to a Jaguar specialist and hand them all my credit cards, promise my firstborn son, and hope that that is enough for them. That is enough to appease them, and hopefully fix it for less than everything I have. And then also hope that my wife either doesn't divorce me or make me sell this car and not let me buy my new car and make me buy a Ford Fiesta. Here we go. Can't hear it at the moment. Okay, foot on the brake. So you'll start to hear the rattle. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna run through the gears. Reverse foot firmly on the brake. I think I need to move quickly now, which I really don't like doing. I've got this stupid thing here. Let's see what the temperature is. 29, so it's not quite hot enough yet. Okay, so I'm going to put my gloves on because this is going to get hot. Fill plug is up here, which is a stupid place, and whatever German man decided to put it there, I don't like him. 29, good. Okay, so this is an 8mm Allen key, hex key, whatever you want to call it. And before I started the car, I did check that it would move, because they can be very tight apparently. So I did loosen it off. So if I can reach it with this, then I should be able to get it out. Bearing in mind it's going to get hot under there, and I hate crawling around under this bloody thing. Okay, next encounter, I'm gonna have some kind of proper lift or something, and oh, wouldn't that be nice? And a proper garage. It's coming, I promise. So it's got to be between 30 and I've seen 30 and 50 on things. I've also seen 30 and 40. So I'm gonna just give it a minute or two more and just get it above 30. And then I'm gonna undo the bolt and see. There should be a trickle of fluid that comes out. That is what means it's got the right amount of fluid in it. I'm hoping there won't be any fluid coming out, and in which case I will start the pumping procedure of pumping the fluid into it using this fluid exchange pump, which I got from Home Depot for about $7, I think. And then I'm using this. You can hate me, you can call me an idiot, I am an idiot, but this should, well, it meets the specifications, which is this. You can see here under BMW, because they put these in BMWs, these stupid ZF5 HP24 transmissions. This is the specification. It should be LT71141. So I'm going to do this. If the noise goes away, then I will know that that was the problem, and then I promise I will treat you to a nice fluid and filter change if this is the problem. Right, okay, it's 31 degrees, so I'm going to attempt to go in. I'm going to attempt to do it with one hand, and so you can see what happens. Okay. Wow, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay, it's moving. Okay, I'm also going to attempt to use this, because I might be able to get my fingers on it easier. Let's see. Of course, if fluid does start coming out, then it's gonna go through my gloves and probably scald my hands, and I will cry. And this is bloody ridiculous. Oh god, okay, I can't do it in one hand, sorry. Morning. So yesterday didn't go so great. I got the transmission up to temperature, went through the gears to get the fluid pumping throughout the transmission, and then opened the fill plug expecting either nothing to come out at all or a steady small stream, which would mean that it was filled correctly. But like about a litre of transmission fluid just gushed straight out, which kind of freaked me out, because that would imply that the transmission was overfilled, which I think can cause problems. And I kind of didn't really know what to do. The rattle got a lot worse. So anyway, I slept on it. I kind of cried out for help online, and my good friend Piston Broke said on the Jaguar forums, it could be because if the filter is blocked, he thinks the rattle is coming from the pump not having enough fluid and trying to get the fluid through. And then I guess that kind of makes sense when the car's moving, everything is rotating much faster, so there's more suction, so more fluid gets through, and that's why you don't hear the rattle. That's possible, I guess. That's my theory. Anyway, he thinks I should change out the filter and see what happens then. So I'm going to do that. I've ordered one. Hopefully it will be here today, but it is a Sunday, so I don't know if things move a bit slower. And it's just a cheap one from O'Reilly's, because if I can change that out, fill it up with the right level of fluid, if that doesn't help at all, then okay, then I am done. Then I'm done. So what I'm going to do now is drain the transmission completely and take the pan off, so that as soon as the filter comes in, I can I'll be ready to put it straight in and refill it, and that won't take too long. And I kind of want to get inside there anyway and just see if there's anything nasty that's been floating around in there that comes out. So I've got a large catch pan here. I'm going to undo this, drain out the fluid, and I'm also, while that's going on, going to put this penetrating fluid on the T27 Torx bolts that are keeping the I guess it's the sump, isn't it? The transmission sump on. And then I'm going to get a jack in. Once all the fluid's out, I'm going to get a jack in and just support this while I undo those and lower it slowly, because I think there will still be some fluid and bits and pieces in there. Hopefully not too many bits and pieces. Let us proceed. Okay, so this was done up quite tight actually. It took a while to break it loose. I'm sorry I can't get much done and film at the same time. I think I'm moving house soon, knock on wood, and the house is a garage. My first time ever owning a garage. Oh, it's gonna be so good if my wife just doesn't fill it up with her crap. Okay, here we go. Let's see what state this is in. That looks pretty dark. Well, I guess there's no going back now. Is that magnetic? No, I don't think it is. Okay. So here is what I drained out of the transmission. It looks pretty murky. I don't, I'm not an expert at, well, anything really, but yeah, people talk about a smell. I don't really smell anything like a burnt smell or anything, but it's difficult to tell, isn't it? It looks pretty nasty, but. So I've put the sump plug back in. I'm just supporting the whole thing with the jack here, not because it's heavy, but because there's going to be, if I undo all the bolts, it's going to put strain on the last remaining bolts, and I don't want to twist anything. Or I've been around and I have sprayed and then loosened all these. They were easy to break, to be honest. They came undone really easily, so I guess that's good. So I'll now do the rest of them and then look in here. So interestingly, I've got all the bolts out and it's magically sticking there. I've put this drain pan back under because I don't want it to, well, no, it's going to splash down maybe in a second, but it's going to get messy, I think, when I take it off. So I'm just going to try and jiggle it and see if I can free it. Please don't go in my eyes. Not my eyes, please. So yeah, I'm a bit concerned about the fact that it's stuck on there, which makes me wonder if someone has like stuck it on with some kind of liquid gasket or something, or which points to them not doing a very good job, I guess, properly. So I'm going to do something bad and reach for this guy, and I've put a couple of bolts back in the rear of the pan, just so if it breaks loose, it won't hopefully flop down. I'm going in. So, okay, it wasn't too bad. It came off quite easily, just a little pry, and it came off. There it is. I managed to get it down on the floor without spilling any. And there it is. There is oil still dripping. I guess that's the filter there. Jeez, what is this? So now we're going beyond the infinite. We're going through the looking glass here now, because this is black magic under here. This is sorcery. This is a dark power. Wow. I've never seen the inside of a automatic transmission up close and personal. I've never seen the inside of any transmission up close and personal. They are a dark art. Wow, okay, so I guess I'm gonna leave that to drain further, and I don't know. I will pour this out of here and I guess we will see what's in the bottom. So here it is. I'm not sure what I'm looking at now. This is a magnet. What is, does that mean all this gunge on here? Does that mean all of this is bits of the transmission? God, please no. Yeah, it's kind of a sludge of, what is it? It's just a sludge. Oh, so it's actually a magnet that comes loose. Oh boy, I'm a little bit concerned about that. Well, I guess I need to get this cleaned up. Yeah, I mean, each one of them is covered in okay. Well, pressing on. So there it is. Wow, that's the filter. That's the old filter. I don't have the new one yet. So I'll get that bad boy off. And I guess I should just have a look at. So this is the valve body underneath, I think. I should probably just check that out and see if there's a crack or anything in it. You know, things look pretty clean in there. Yeah, from the videos I saw online, they seemed worse. I'm not so worried about the sludge that was on the magnets after watching a few videos online. I don't know. So I'm quietly, no, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm prepared for the worst. So here is the filter I just took off. I don't know what I can tell from it. It looks pretty grubby on the outside anyway, and yeah, look at that. Is that normal? It's pretty disgusting actually. Let's see what's in here. So there it is. It's pretty easy to take off. There's just two T27 Torx bolts in the front and the back, and then I just kind of wiggled it off because it's held in. You know, there's an O-ring on the spout. I don't know. It's pretty disgusting. Now the one I have to replace it is here. It looks like it's been on O'Reilly's shelves for a number of years. There's the box it came in, which is all battered, and it's got the O-ring and the gasket in there. I don't know if that's a decent brand. I don't know if it's from the People's Republic of China. The People's Republic. Or if it's a good German filter. But my plan anyway is to really just run this for maybe, I don't know, see how it runs for 1,000 miles or so, and if this cures the rattle. I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say that. The plan is always going to be to replace with a more quality filter very soon, and there we go. So I'm just going to I'm going to take a look under here. Get this out of the way, and that's got to be cleaned up. I'm going to take a look under. I'm going to get some fresh paper towel and so there she is. A bit wider. Don't know, I'm not sure where to look for these cracks. I mean, the thing is, the transmission's always behaved well. As far as I can tell, it's just that rattle that comes from the front. Okay. Wow, I mean, these things are just... That is terrifying, isn't it, to look at? Wow. Guess I should get this gasket off. Ghastly gasket. Do you want to come off? Ooh, no, that tore. That tore. That does not bode well. It's just tearing up. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and get the screwdriver. No, I'm not gonna use a screwdriver to get the gasket off. I'm gonna use this. Say hello to my little friend. Oh jeez, nearly cuts the wires. Filming and working in automatic transmissions is not a great thing to do. Let me see if I can just... I take this knife with me everywhere. I'm gonna lift up, and I even took it the last time I was working in the UK. And one of my co-workers saw it. I mean, I obviously I didn't take it in my hand luggage, but it was in my checked luggage. And anyway, one of my co-workers saw it and had some kind of conniption fit. It was, there we go. It was pretty much good luck that I managed not to call the police. Like, Great Britain, you have lost your mind. It is political correctness gone mad. Okay. But in Texas, everyone has at least one of those in their pocket. Oh, you're going to be difficult, aren't you? You are going to be difficult. Why? Is this just because it's an old gasket? Which I don't understand, because someone has been in here recently. Well, so recently, I don't know, because the purple torque converter makes me think that, you know, this has been worked on. Maybe they reused the old gasket. Oh, you bastard, why did you do this? Yeah, right, okay. This is going to set me back a little bit, I think. Let's just see if anything. Okay, well, stay tuned. Clean this up, clean the surfaces, put the gasket on, started to screw in the bolts just to hold everything there. Clean the magnets, did I say that? The worst job so far, by far, was the previous gasket that was stuck on the underside of the transmission. I had to use this bad boy, and a lot of swearing and contorting myself, because the car's not on a proper lift. It's like, what is that, 10 inches? 10 inches. If I say that's 10 inches. If I say something's 10 inches, it's 10 inches. Anyway, yeah, just to get under there and contort myself into positions to scrape away what was left of that old gasket, which was in a bad shape. I don't know if the heat had caused it to degrade like that. There wasn't any leakage coming from it, but that has been the worst part so far. The valve body, I don't really know where to look, but there is no obvious cracks in it. I put the new filter on. So next is to get this bad boy in there and just lightly tighten the bolts so it can still kind of, the gasket can kind of settle before I torque them down to 11 Newton meters, I think it is. Right, I'm going to do that now before my wife comes and tells me to stop wasting my time. So it is done. Put as much fluid as I could in until it started to overflow. Then put the drain, the fill plug back in. Then ran the engine, took it down through the gears with the air conditioning running, which will get all the transmission fluid throughout the transmission and the torque converter. Let it run, got it up to temperature between 30 and 40 or 30 and 50 degrees, depending on who you talk to. Then undid the undid the filler plug again. Nothing came out. Good. Carried on filling it up, all while trying to avoid a red hot exhaust pipe and stupid angle that you've got to get the fill plug in and out of. Pumped in more fluid until it overflowed. Put the plug back in. Went down through the gears again, and again took the plug off, and it was overflowing, meaning that the fill level is correct. So let's take a listen now and see if that rattle has gone away. No, nope, it's still there. I think it sounds a bit better, but I don't know, that might just be me being an optimist. Does it sound a bit better? I mean, put it in drive, it goes away, but it always did that. So anyway, I've got to drive it tomorrow, I've got to go to work. So I will do that. I hope I make it to work and back, and I don't know, reevaluate. Oh, bollocks. It's going to be a transmission, isn't it? Or a torque converter, which means all the fluid has to come out again. The transmission has to come out. Torque converter has to be changed. I'm trying to move house. I've kind of got bored of messing around with this thing now. No. All right.